Hey there, Ventex here, and we are back with some more Phasmophobia. Now, I've been playing this game pretty much non-stop since the last few videos, and I've gotten pretty good. I'm level 63 now, almost 64, 9 experience away, and I have $4,659. That's quite a bit if you don't know about this game. Typically, on amateur, the highest amount of money you'll get per mission is $60, and then intermediate, it's around 150. And then on professional, the highest I've gotten is 225 for having all the objectives and pictures and everything. So in this video, I kind of want to give you a little bit of a tutorial if you're struggling with anything, if hints or tips, if you don't know how to use some of the equipment, or you're getting the ghost wrong and you're not understanding what's going on or what signs you're misreading. This video is basically for you to try to help you understand. And I'm always making servers on this game, and I keep them open for the public, and I have professional missions ready. Any level can join. Just go ahead and see me. If you see me, join my game, and I can help you out with those professionals, give you some tips in game in real time, and then get you some money and experience. I enjoy doing that for newer players. So if you see my name on the server list in US, make sure to join and then say what's up. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump, and we're going to hit the play button now.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
We're going to create a private server, and just to let you know, there's select jobs here. Now, when you do select jobs, it's based off of the person's level, whoever's selecting it. Intermediate jobs aren't available till level 10, and professional jobs aren't available till level 15. So those people who are selecting jobs need to be those levels in order to choose that difficult of a mission. And the difficulty, you can't select the difficulty. It all depends on the area you go to. So for instance, this Tanglewood says intermediate, Brown High School says intermediate, Farmhouse says professional, and the Ridgeview Roadhouse says amateur. Now sometimes you won't even get 4, sometimes you'll get 3, sometimes you'll get 5 even, maybe, I believe. And they're going to be different difficulties. So if you get some and you're a higher enough level and you want to do a professional level and none of them are professional, what you can do is you can back out all the way, make a new public server, and look at the maps and then choose a professional. It's kind of stupid how they have that set up right now. I'm sure that will get updated in the future, but for right now, that's how you're going to do it. So this is a guide, so I'm going to go for the intermediate because doing a professional solo would be kind of difficult. And the Tanglewood Street is actually perfect because it's a smaller recommended team one size, so we can go ahead and go in there without too much difficulty of finding stuff. We can get something pretty much right away, and help you kind of understand the game. Now, when I go into this mission, I'm going to take it as a professional kind of mission and show you what we do in the higher levels to kind of get everything prepared and how we can sweep the room and try to find something quickly, get all the evidence quickly, and just be completely efficient. I've had runs where it's me and 3 other people that are all higher levels, and we go in and we get out of there in no time. We know what it is. We got all the objectives done and everything. It's really smooth. $225, tons of experience, probably a level up. So we're going to take it that way, even though it's intermediate. We're going to take it as a professional. So we're going to hit select and jump in, and we're going to add our equipment. So this is all the equipment I have right now, but as you can see, I have $4,659, so I could buy tons of equipment, but this is all that's really necessary. I don't need anything extra. So that's why my money is just keep stacking, and I haven't died in a long time because I've learned early on, whenever your light starts flashing, like your flashlight, keep your flashlight on. Whenever it starts flashing, that means the entity or the spirit or the ghost is in hunt mode. Once it's in hunt mode, you need to go into a room, shut the door, and then crouch down. You don't have to crouch necessarily, but you need to be quiet. Don't be talking on your comms and everything. Wait until your flashlight stops blinking. Once it stops blinking, then it's out of hunt mode. You no longer have to worry. You can get out of the room and move around and do whatever you want to do. But while your lights are blinking, hide. Don't try to outrun it. You're not going to outrun it. You're going to get caught and you're going to get killed. Go into a room and hide. Close the door behind you. So let's get into it now. We got all of our equipment, so we're going to ready up, and we're just going to do it solo, so we're going to go ahead and start. Alright, here we are.
Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. And remember to check the whiteboard for help.
Let this guy finish talking.
I've got a report that suggests a possible ghost sighting.
Okay. Is he done? I think so. So here we have some information. Our ghost name is Christopher Smith, and it responds to everyone. That doesn't really matter for us because we're alone anyway, but it's just a helpful clue if you are with other people. Sometimes it responds better with people alone. However, the ones that do say responds to alone, I see that it seems to respond to everyone anyway, so you don't necessarily have to be alone. I'm sure it helps, but you can all be in a group and you can still see signs of it. You can still hear its breath, see flashes of it, and all that stuff. Our objectives are to identify what type of ghost it is, capture a photo of dirty water. That one's hit or miss. Sometimes the entity or the spirit or ghost will interact with the water, and other times it won't. So if it doesn't, don't waste too much time trying to get that one objective. That's only going to give you a little bit more money. The other objectives are easy though: EMF reader and cleanse the area with smudge sticks. So for me, I've learned that the best tool to find the spirit is the thermometer. The EMF reader is also very handy, and that would be my second option. But thermometer seems to be a lot more reliant early on. The EMF seems to pick up later, but it only picks up when there's activity on the chart here, which you won't really know while you're in there. So, as a professional mission, what we would do first is we go and open up the door. Now that mission, that timer right there is going to be 0 on professional, but once you enter the door, that's when the ghost activity can start building up. So even though it's 0, the ghost activity isn't going to build up until you open the door. So what we do on the professional is we'll grab a flashlight just so we can see what's going on. But we'll just start grabbing the equipment, even multiples of the equipment. And what we'll do is we'll go over to this door, and before we open it, we'll put the equipment right down by the door. And then that way, when we actually do start our investigation, instead of going all the way back, this slow walk, all the way back to get more gear, we just have to walk to the door and then pick up what we have there, what we need to use. So we're going to do that with all of our equipment. And you don't have to do it necessarily with everything, just what you need. Like, I probably don't need the 2 spirit boxes, it's just me. I probably don't need the 2 books, it's just me. It's good to have, though, because sometimes, I don't know if it's just me or a glitch in the game, user error, but I've had stuff like a EMF reader, and then it'd be gone. Like, I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it glitched through the game, or if someone else has it and they disconnect or leave the session. I don't know if that affects it, if it goes with them. So I like to carry multiple. I'm trying to flip this right. I like to carry multiple of the same object, just so if something does happen to one, I have a backup. Because if you have one EMF and then someone takes it with them and disconnects or it glitches through, then you won't know if it's an EMF 5 unless you just have to do kind of some guesswork, which isn't too bad as long as you got everything else canceled out, but still not ideal. So again, we're just walking through, grabbing some item, get some smudge sticks. That's one of the objectives. We're just going to pile it by the door. I like to kind of make it a little organized, but it doesn't really matter. Everybody's going to be grabbing everything when you're doing these missions. Try to keep my light on so you can see. This is a strong flashlight, so my other videos I just had a regular flashlight, so hopefully you can see a little bit better. Grab our crucifix. Crucifix is very handy and very important. In professional levels, the ghost is going to be actively hunting you, and an intermediate too. So after you figure out where it's at, and you put maybe a couple of evidences in there, one of the other things you want to do is you want to set some defenses for yourself. So the crucifix, the smudge sticks, those are going to help you not get hunted as quickly. It'll give you time to actually figure out what it is before it starts to try to kill you. So we got our motion sensor and a thermometer down. We have to grab some lighters, or we can just get one lighter. We don't need 2. I only have 1 anyway. Let's get camera, and we'll get one more camera and a UV light, and I think we should be good. So come over here. We'll put this by the smudge sticks. Put our camera down, or camcorder. Alright, and we'll grab a UV light, and then we'll grab another camcorder. Salt is useful, but it's not necessary. And the pills, I mean, pretty much you should know what it is before you have to take the pill. So as you can see, the timer hasn't started yet, even though we opened this door because we haven't opened the front door. We have the key, so we're all good to go. The ghost name is Christopher Smith. EMF, smudge sticks, dirty water. So even though EMFs are first, and it's probably my second option to identify ghosts, I'm going to start with the thermometer just because I feel like I can identify a lot faster or find this location a lot faster with that thermometer. Oh, so I'm going to throw the camera down, and I'm going to throw the UV down. If you want to turn stuff on, like the thermometer and the UV, you can go ahead, so that way when you pick it up, you don't have to turn it on. It doesn't really make a difference. It takes one click to turn it on. But I usually keep the spirit boxes off just because they're annoying to hear the sound all the time. Alright, so we're going to go in there with a thermometer and a book for now. So one of the things you can do to help your sanity is go ahead and turn on the lights early on. While you're staying in the light, your sanity won't go down as fast. And that's going to be helpful to start with. So I just scan the rooms with the thermometer. If you see anything abnormal, like it goes to 13 or 12 or anything like that, just hang around a little bit longer. See if you can get it under 10. One of the objectives a lot of time is to get it under 10. So that's something you might want to do. I'm hoping it's in one of these earlier rooms or in a room next to somewhere we can hide. In the basement, it's kind of difficult to hide places. I've had it in this bathroom a lot. Let's see if it's in here. No, the temperature readings seem normal. Not in the closet. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn on another light. Oh, is that lights off? You might have turned the lights off already. There's a bone there, so that's going to be some evidence. We're going to take a photo of that and pick it up for a lot more money. Again, 16, 17. Looks normal here. Here's a breaker, so we turn that back on. Now we can turn the lights back on. 13, 12. So you can see here, once it gets right here, we have a pretty good indication. It's here in the kitchen. So I'm going to start putting my stuff down. I'm going to put my book down. I'm going to remember I need to take a photo of that and pick that up for some cash. That's going to be some good money, and I'll show you later on what the money board looks like. We'll grab our spirit box. We're going to grab our motion sensor. Actually, let's grab crucifix. Let's grab some defense. So he turned out that breaker box quick. So it might be, oh no, maybe a djinn. Let's put the crucifix down. Let's try to get a reading from it. Where are you? Behind. So we know it is spirit box, so we can turn that off. We don't need that anymore. Let's go to our journal, and we'll go to spirit box. Okay. So one piece of evidence already done. We know where it's at. We can go ahead and use the EMF now. We can get that reading. So we'll pick up our, actually we'll do a smudge stick. Actually, we got some time, I guess. We got the crucifix down, so I'm not too worried. We'll pick up a camcorder. We gotta set that up to look for ghost orbs, and we got the EMF reader, which is also an objective just to get a reading. So it said it was behind. So we got ghost writing right here. So we have two pieces of evidence already. Most of the time it's not going to go this smoothly, but this is kind of how you want to set everything up. So leave or die. That's great. Appreciate that. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our camera out. We're going to set this up right on this table, facing outwards. Actually, we can set it right here. This is fine. And this will help us catch spirit orbs. Now, with this two pieces of evidence, you can kind of narrow it down a little bit already. So it's a spirit, a demon, or an Oni. Oni if the EMF 5. Spirit if fingerprints. Ghost orb's not going to be it, so we're not going to even look for ghost orbs. That's not a ghost type. And freezing temperatures is a demon. So we don't have freezing temperatures by the look of it yet. I don't see my breath. We have the thermometer, so we can check some more on that. It's at 3. So I don't think it's going to be that. We might use the EMF first to see if we can get something on that. It looks like it flicked off the light. Maybe we did that. Okay, so at this point we need to get something on the EMF, so we're going to try to provoke it a little bit. Christopher Smith, give us a sign. Give us a sign. So we got some lights flickering here. So we're gonna go over here. We should get a reading right over here by the lights. No? Where are you? Heard a step. Christopher Smith, where are you? Give us a sign. So another thing you can do is you can put the camcorder, kind of angle it towards the book, and you can put the EMF down as well, and you'll be able to see from the safety of your van if the book gets written in or if the EMF triggers. I'm trying to get an EMF reading. He's messing with these lights, but he's not coming out. Okay, we got breakers good. It's right there for us. If we need to hide, I think we'll go into this room. So far, so good. I think we're going to go ahead and grab the smudge stick. We're going to smudge this area. It's been a little bit of time. I don't want him to come at us. We can also get a UV light and look for the fingerprints, but I think the smudge sticks is priority right now because not only is it objective, but it also keeps us safe. Turn on a flashlight. Another thing you can do, if you're not aware, so if you're new, you can hit T when you have another item for your flashlight. That's a game changer when I first found out about it. And you can also light these candles. Any candles that you find on the levels, you can light those up. Still need to take a picture and grab that, but I'm not going to do that yet. I got time. I'm going to go ahead and smudge this area, which should be the objective, and it should help keep us a little bit more safe. So I'm just walking around with the smudge sticks, and now I'm going to throw it down in the kitchen area because I know he's over here. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to grab the UV light and look for fingerprints, because if it's fingerprints, then we got a spirit. We can go ahead and get that done. So we'll come out here, grab the UV light, and then we'll also pick up a camera. Actually, no, I got the lighter. Yeah, throw the lighter down. We can pick up a camera and take a picture of that bone and pick it up for that sweet, sweet money. Now we're going to go in the van real quick and look if our smudge sticks work. Sometimes it doesn't. We have to do it again. But here it looks like it did work. So we got dirty water, EMF reader, and discover what type of ghost it is. Now, since it's in the kitchen, the likelihood of us getting dirty water is pretty low because the bathrooms are on the left side of the house. So we're probably not going to get objective 2, but that's fine. It's not that much money loss. The big thing is the EMF reader. We can do that pretty easily and then discover what type of ghost it is. Right now, as you can see, the activity is kind of low. That's probably because the smudge stick is there. We just used it. So let's go back inside, take a photo of that bone, pick it up for some extra money, and then see if we can't find some fingerprints with our UV light. If not, then it's probably going to be the EMF. Okay, now we got that money. Now we can look for fingerprints. So just scan the doorways are good places to look. The light switches are good places. Doorways and light switches. EMF reader. We got a 4. Oh, you can keep that. 4. So that's pretty close to a 5. It's getting there. Okay, there it goes. Pretty dang close. Let's look a little bit more with the fingerprints just in case. Right now I'm fairly safe in saying it's an EMF 5. I think I opened that. No, I didn't open this door. I don't like the basements. I try to avoid the basements and the attics and stuff. It's just not great places to hide if you do get in there. So far, no fingerprints whatsoever. We got EMF 4, so that gives me an indication that it might be an EMF 5, in which case, if it is an EMF 5, then we're dealing with an Oni. It is pretty active, and Onis are generally pretty active, so that might be the case. Let's get our EMF back up, since it doesn't appear to be anything else. So we scroll down, it's our camera, so we gotta make sure we remember that, because sometimes it might appear on our EMF, and we can get the EMF 5 and get a quick pick. So let's get our EMF back out. EMF 4 right here. Christopher Smith. Christopher Smith, where are you? So right now I'm trying to provoke it just so I can get the EMF 5 reading. Once I get that, I'm good. So I already got that objective, the EMF. I got the smudge sticks. All I gotta do is identify what type of ghost it is. I have a pretty good idea, but I feel safe enough to try to hang around a little bit longer and see if I can be 100% sure. I know we got the ghost writing. We know we got the spirit box, so it's only either ELM or fingerprints. No freezing temperatures. If it's freezing temperatures, you can generally see your breath. So since we can't do that, I don't believe it's going to be a demon. I think it's going to be an Oni. Christopher Smith. If for whatever reason you feel somewhat unsure or you feel like you're in a little bit of danger, what you can do is hop out real quick. The candles are blown out. Take a look at your sanity. If you have above 50%, I would say you're pretty good. If it's below 50%, just be cautious. There are places you can hide, so just make note of those places. And again, once it goes into hunt mode, your light will start flashing. You need to find a room, shut the door behind you, and just hide. Just don't say anything. Don't be taking pictures of stuff. It can hear you with the voice recognition system, and it will hunt you down. I had someone else in another game, and she kept talking, and she went into a room and closed the door, but she kept talking, and she thought she was safe. He opened up the door and got her. So that's a real thing. And sometimes you might hide in closets and stuff, but they could still find you, so it's not 100% foolproof either. I could still hide and die. He could still wander into my place, so you can hide in places like this. Christopher Smith, give us a sign. Level 2 right here. So right now I'm just trying to provoke it, get a level 5. Once I get a level 5, I'm dipping. I got everything I need. Christopher Smith. Christopher Smith. So yeah, saying its name over and over again will anger it, and it'll get more activity. Since this is an intermediate, the activity is going to pick up a lot faster. Amateur, you got 5 minutes. Intermediate, 2. And professional, 0. Now, our times ran out a long time ago, but still, I feel like even if you get 0 time on an amateur, it still takes a while to ramp up, whereas intermediate and professional, it's a lot faster, especially professional. Christopher Smith, give us a sign. Christopher Smith, where are you? 5. EMF 5. So that's our last piece of evidence. We are out of here. That's all we need. So we got ghost writing, we got the spirit box, and we got EMF 5. We got all our objectives completed except for the water, but that's hit and miss, so don't get hung up on that. If that's your last objective and you got everything else you need, don't put yourself in more danger than you need to be. Just get out of there. Because if you do and you end up dying, you're going to lose your equipment, you're going to get 50% of the rewards, and then you don't get as much money because you didn't complete the first objective. So if we look in our journal, we got the spirit box, ghost writing, EMF 5, we got Oni, we got it all locked in. Make sure before you leave or before you say you're good to go with your team, or if you're unsure if they're going to shut the door on you, you can do this outside the van and that will prevent them from leaving. But make sure you got this all locked in, because there's been too many games I've had where people, even experienced people, they'll have all the evidence in and they'll forget to lock in the ghost type, and then they don't get the money. It's not a lot of money if you forget, so don't kill yourself over it, but pay attention to that. It's just a little extra money you can get. Doesn't take any time. So if we look at Oni, just to give you a little sneak peek, Onis are a cousin to the demon, so he's pretty active and demons are pretty active, so that actually makes a lot of sense. There have been rumors that they become more active around their prey. Onis are more active when people are nearby and have been seen moving objects at great speed. I think we've noticed a couple objects move, but nothing crazy. I feel like a poltergeist moves a lot more frequently. The weaknesses of Oni being more active will make the Oni easier to find and identify. So we were pretty active, moving around a lot. We had the EMF reader. We went back and forth to get all our gear. We were pretty efficient. That's pretty much how you want to do it at a professional level. And so, since we were so active, we did find the Oni pretty quickly, especially with the Spirit Box and the Ghost Riding. So we got it all, and we can go ahead and pack up and leave. If you have equipment in the house, just leave it there. It all comes back to you. You don't need to go back in and collect everything. If you want to do it for immersion, great. But when you're on higher difficulties, just leave. You know, you don't want to die after you got all that stuff done. So there we go, and you'll see the top one will be blanked out if you got it right before you actually go back to the lobby. See? There it goes. So we know we got it right. Alright, so if we look over here,
There's some jobs ready for you.
we got $110. Now if I stayed and got a photo of the Oni, or if I got that second objective, I should be closer to around 150. But we got the Ghost right, so that is how you use some of that equipment in order to figure out what type of spirit it is. And I could have guessed the EMF 5. That's kind of where I was heading, but it's good to get a confirmation if you're able to. Since I used the crucifix and the smudge sticks, I wasn't scared of it attacking me necessarily. The crucifix does an amazing job at preventing them from hunting. All you gotta do is throw it down in the room where you think it is, and it will work. Just give it some time. If you have that as objective and you're like, why isn't it working? Just give it time, provoke the ghost, and it will work eventually. Have someone, if you're in a group, wait in the van and let you know, hey, it's completed, and then the other 3 or 2 or 1 or however you want to do it stays in the rooms and continues calling out its name. So if we got a photo of him and we got the objective 2, it should be around 150, but 110 is not bad, especially for a solo mission. We got that done pretty quick. We got our evidence in a very efficient manner. And we got 120 experience, so we're level 65 now. Okay, $4,769. Still got probably another mission if we do everything right, because we got 120 on that one. We'll be 66 in one more mission. So I hope you guys enjoyed that thorough let's play, or not a let's play, I should say a review. Lots of hints, lots of tips for new players, or even if you played the game and you still have some questions, hopefully that helped clear some of them out. Again, my name is Ventex, and I play on the US servers, and I always make new lobbies for people to come in. So if you're new and you want some in real life help or just assistance, or if you just want to do some intermediate or professional missions so you can get that much money and that much experience, then come find me and you're welcome. Everybody can come join me and we can get these done, and I can help you out, get you leveled up, get you some bank, hopefully around what I'm making, and make you a professional as well if you feel like you're struggling a little bit. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.